Hello, Full Digital Solution listeners. My name is Christian Voss. We're here live in Storm Lake, Iowa, at St. Mary's High School and the Panther Pit, where they are facing the West Bend-Mallard Wolverines. We'd like to apologize for some technical difficulties. We had some trouble getting the stream up and going. Since you guys are just joining us, it is a 9-4 first set so far. West Bend-Mallard is in the lead. And at this moment, West Bend-Mallard is on a 9-1 run. I'm joined here with Jonas, and he will be our color commentator tonight.
Just here to break down a couple things. I had a couple of things to say, before the game, but can't really be speaking about them in the middle of a set.
Very rough start.
I'll definitely have to speak between interval breaks to be able to get that information towards you guys about key things and going into this game, as you just got a kill there from Crystal.
And once again, we apologize for the rough start. Also, a rough start on the commentary side, for me at least. It is 10-5 in favor of the West Bend-Mallard Wolverines at the moment. Storm Lake St. Mary's played incredibly well to start off the set. They were up 3-0, and like I said, they just fell behind a little bit. Last 13 points, 11 of them have been scored by West Bend-Mallard. So West Bend-Mallard is not here to play around. They are serious. I was able to talk to the coaches a little bit before the game. West Bend-Mallard's coach is very excited for how the season may go, and very excited for the playoffs. Storm Lake St. Mary's, their coach, she sounded a lot less confident. This is a Storm Lake St. Mary's team that just has not had success this year. West Bend-Mallard's on a 5-game winning streak, so they come in here, expecting to win, just like they would any other night. Storm Lake St. Mary's, their coach, she was not sugarcoating. She said there needs to be changes made and fast.
With Storm Lake St. Mary's losing some very important seniors from last year, it's very important for them to keep reloading and trying to stay competitive.
Yes, it is. Storm Lake St. Mary's only has 9 girls on their team, and 4 of them are seniors. And actually, tonight is senior night, as this is Storm Lake St. Mary's final regular season game before they do go off to the playoffs. I don't remember who they play, but I do know the team they play has 18 wins on the year. Storm Lake St. Mary's only has 5, so they are going to have a very, very tough matchup come next week. Now it's at 14-6, still in favor of West Bend-Mallard. This set so far has just all been Wolverines. And now on play, West Bend-Mallard now leads 15-7.
We have a rare miss there from Kirsten Montag with a 91.4 serving percentage. She's definitely one of the main servers here for West Bend-Mallard. Very surprising miss there with, West Bend-Mallard being a very high serve efficiency team. They've had back-to-back when they were serving go right into the net. Kind of an awkward kill off the hand there from number 13, Addie Montag, but she got the kill there and probably a little bit happy with the result. What I've seen so far from Storm Lake St. Mary's is they've done a very good job of spreading the ball. I bet West Bend-Mallard's scouting report coming to this game was big number 16 Sydney Hurd for the scouting report, and it looks like we have a substitution change issue here.
Not sure what the issue is, but you have the side judge unsure of if a substitution is allowed. And substitution is allowed in the end, so a little bit of a hold up there.
Looks like no problem on the play. As I was going on with, on West Bend's scouting report, you definitely have to go see Sydney Hurd in action, and that's definitely going to be targeting. So what I've seen so far with that kill right there is them spreading the court and trying to use everybody on the team.
And Storm Lake St. Mary's with yet another mistake on their end. They've either been hitting the ball backwards or just not being able to get it over. It has not been a very, very easy night for Storm Lake St. Mary's so far. And Sydney Hurd with the block there. She has absolutely dominated the team when it comes to blocks. I believe she has about 30 or so % of the total team's blocks, which is by no means easy.
Sydney Hurd with more than double the amount of blocks than this person that's second behind her with 49 to 21. She definitely carries up front at the net.
And West Bend-Mallard is going to take a timeout now. And we will be right back from Storm Lake, Iowa. I'm Christian Voss with Full Digital Solutions. You're watching Panther Volleyball.
Your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River. Plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
And we are back here in Storm Lake, Iowa with Panther Volleyball. Currently the score is 20-12 in favor of West Bend-Mallard. Storm Lake St. Mary's taking their time with this timeout. And now back to serve is going to be Neely Bacon. Neely Bacon has 197 attempts while serving. Not bad. And now after a double touch on West Bend-Mallard's side, Neely Bacon's going to serve once again. They have number 3, Haley Stoltzer, a sophomore for West Bend-Mallard, serving here. She hits it to Ellie Richardson, and West Bend-Mallard had a little bit of trouble. Storm Lake St. Mary's, and it looked like Storm Lake St. Mary's and Sydney Hurd was about to attempt to kill. The head judge blows it dead, awards the point to West Bend-Mallard. And it is now 22-13 in favor of West Bend-Mallard. Once again, you have Haley Stoltzer serving. West Bend-Mallard dives for it. They now get it over. What I was going to say is Storm Lake St. Mary's has some trouble on their first time with the ball on their side. And on the second time, they have a little bit more trouble. And his point, once again, West Bend-Mallard 23-13 in favor of the Wolverines. And once again, Haley Stoltzer serving now the third consecutive time. Now number 14 for Storm Lake St. Mary's, that's Laura Alfaro. She hits the ball. It's a little too hard and goes into the net. And once again, Haley Stoltzer will serve on what is set point. And the first set comes to an end. 25-13 in favor of the Wolverines. The Panthers had so much trouble in that first set, Jonas. They started off strong and just lost it all.
Yeah, Christian, it seems like West Ballard is getting into their groove here with really getting dialed in and being, how they've played throughout this season, being a 11-11 team, hoping to get a win here and getting above 500 and becoming a winning team. So they're definitely looking strong here after a little slow bit of a start here for them.
Yeah. And West Bend-Mallard's on a 5-game winning streak, so coming into this, they are red hot.
I'm going to squeeze a little bit of a little segment in here since I didn't get to see it before my game. With impact players for Storm Lake St. Mary's, we're going with either Neely Bacon or Laura Pascual Alfaro. Usually you want to go with Sydney Hurd here, but too much of a focus is on here with Neely Bacon being fourth in on the team with 33 kills, third on the team with 16 aces, a very, very high 95.9 serve percentage, which is first on the team. Laura Alfaro with 42 kills, which is third on the team, 21 blocks, which is second, 94 digs, which is very consistent with how the rest of the team is going right now, with fourth on the team and first on aces with 32. So they can definitely use them all around the court. And for West Bend-Mallard, they're going with Kirsten Montag, who has done phenomenal, not just for the team, but in the conference, with 282 kills, which is third in the conference, 72 blocks, which is fourth in the conference, 210 digs, eighth in the conference, and finally 31 aces, which is tied first on the team. Some keys going into the game here with one set down with West Ballard up 1-0 as Storm Lake St. Mary's definitely needs to be spreading the ball around the court. Everybody contributing, and for West Bend-Mallard is staying dialed in and focused, setting up the defense and moving around. They've definitely dialed in here after a very slow start, which you could see after going down a couple points at the very beginning and getting that lead back. As we begin set 2.
And a familiar face making the first serve for West Bend-Mallard, Haley Staltzer. And it goes over Storm Lake St. Mary's. Natalie Green, she hits it back over immediately, but it goes out of bounds, and Staltzer will serve once more. And now off the hand of number 1 Ellie Richardson for Storm Lake St. Mary's, West Bend-Mallard has jumped out to a 2-0 lead.
They've really been using Haley Staltzer as serving a lot here, and it's very surprising when you look on the stat sheet. They don't really use her. They have so many other people to use, so this might be seeing what type of players they have for depth to be using in the playoffs before they really get into the thick of it and really having to start using everybody, and it's the next person up.
I don't think it should be understated that Haley Staltzer has 13 aces on the year. I believe that is second on the team, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no.
Fifth.
Okay, it's fifth on the team. I apologize. I don't have the full West Bend-Mallard stats.
Three rare missed kills there by number 7, Kirsten Montag, who leads the team in kills. It's very surprising to see her send 2 into the net and then 1 over the back, but got a little bit lucky with a tip there. You think how much this short ceiling comes into play with how high they're hitting these balls up into the air to read that bounce and just trying to get to it with a hard fall back down to the ground.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. This is a very low ceiling. Most of the ceiling does have some raised parts to where the lights are, so whenever it goes up that high, it's really a guessing game of whether it's going to hit the ceiling or whether it will go into one of those crevices.
Another miss, number 7, Kirsten Montag. She must just be off her game right now because she's looked phenomenal throughout the entire season and is leading the conference in a lot of things. So,
the lucky thing for West Bend-Mallard is even though Montag is off her game, they are still controlling the set. It is 6-2 in favor of them.
The Wolverines being so heavy in depth with compared to Storm Lake St. Mary's with only being able to run 6 to 7 people on the court at a time. It's not the same situation as West Bend-Mallard. They're running 1, 2, 3, 8 people, 9 people at once.
Yes. Looking at the stat sheet and looking at the matches played, you do have all 9 girls for Storm Lake St. Mary's who have played. However, you have Carissa Elton. She's only played in 3 matches. So really out of the 9, you have about 8 that are making regular appearances and about 7 that are playing in every single game. So this is definitely a team where there is not a whole lot of depth. See, Storm Lake St. Mary's having a little bit of trouble with it. And they send it over, and West Bend-Mallard, Bear has a little bit of trouble with it immediately. But they do get it over, and it does end up landing on the St. Mary's side. It's in, and it's now 8-3. Now West Bend-Mallard is going to serve once again. Kirsten Montag. Not sure what happened there. Head judge blew the play dead immediately.
Looks like there were some people in the wrong spot there before the serve.
Montag's going to serve once more, and it hits the net. You have number 14, Laura Alfaro. She dives for it but cannot get to it. Montag's going to serve once more.
Kirsten Montag tied first on teams and serves. She does a very good job with getting that ball where nobody is.
A little bit of miscues on both sides. Sydney Hurd got it over for the Panthers. And West Bend-Mallard, 2 players ran into each other. And it's Panther point with now number 9, Crystal Center, serving there. A setup. You get over by Natalie Green. West Bend-Mallard sets it up. And before they can kill it, the play is blown dead for a double touch.
A key to the game definitely for West Bend-Mallard was staying dialed in, and it seems like they're definitely losing their groove down a little bit here. Even though they still have a 6-point lead, you got to keep that focus the entire game. Another mistake right there by number 4, Abigail Schmidt.
Yep. As she attempts to hit it over, it goes right in the net. And once again, Crystal Center will be serving. West Bend-Mallard, they set it up, looking for a kill. They get it over off the hands of, I believe that was number 14, Laura Alfaro. And now number 6 for West Bend-Mallard drop back. That's Jaden Bolig, and she'll be serving now.
Alfaro, who's second on the team in blocks, you're used to her getting up to the net. Not with so much, she doesn't quite have the height compared to Sydney Hurd, but she still is able to get her hands up there with a big jump.
As you just saw there, Neely Bacon, she gets it over, goes off the hand of one of the Wolverines and out, and it is Panther point. Now number 5, Avery Smith drops back for the Panthers. She'll be serving. She hits it up and over. West Bend-Mallard sets up for what was supposed to be a kill. A little bit of miscommunication there. And now Alfaro tried to kill it. It didn't work.
A lucky point there for the Wolverines. Not only was one part of the game is setting up your defense, but also setting up your offense. And it looked like their defense there was having a little bit of miscommunication. Got a lucky point there. Good dig there by number 7, Kirsten Montag.
And off the hands of number 9, Crystal Center, it falls, and it's 14-7. Now I have number 16 dropping back for the Wolverines. That is Nicole Maoli. And that was number 10, Natalie Green, faked the setup, hit over instead, and it catches the Wolverines off guard. And now you're going to have Laura Alfaro serving for the Panthers. West Bend-Mallard kill it. And off of the hands of number 15, Neely Bacon, goes in the net. The play dies. You know, as you said earlier, a big part of the game is setting up your defense, but it's also setting up your offense. And the Panthers just have not been able to set up their offense quite yet.
With the awkward bounces off the hands, off of a block, and just trying to get to that ball, and the low ceiling play is in play. It's a lot of factors going in, and you have to be as perfect as possible to be able to get that offense and be efficient.
Absolutely. Crystal centered on that last play. She hits it over, but it goes out. And now number 3 for the Wolverines, Haley Saltzer, serves once more. And on an attempted kill by Sydney Hurd. Oh, it's timeout. You're watching Panther.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.
And welcome back to Panther Volleyball. Once again, you're going to have Stolzer getting ready to serve. However, the Panthers still in their huddle, taking the full amount of time, as they have with both timeouts so far.
We go from one player who's served a lot, Nicole Maioli, with on 229 attempts, which leads the team to number 3, Haley Stalzer, with only 129. They're definitely using everybody here.
Sydney Hurd, she hits it over. West Bend-Mallard, they set it up for a kill. No, they fake a kill. And Sydney Hurd, she tries to get it over in desperation, cannot quite do it. It goes into the net, and Stolzer will serve once more. West Bend-Mallard, they having a little bit of trouble so far with that possession. And Sydney Hurd, she hits it over. West Bend-Mallard now have it back to the side. They hit it over. Looks like a setup for Hurd. Hurd doesn't get to it, and it falls.
A little miscommunication there between the setter and Hurd. They're hitting it with Natalie Green, setting it up. Just a little too far inside towards the logo, not quite far out enough.
They're going to have Neely Bacon. She attempts to kill it. And Sydney Hurd, she attempts to kill it right back. Would have been a kill, but I guess there was no setup. And that fails. And Stolzer, once again, is going to serve.
With how hard that serve is coming whistling from number 7, Kirsten Montig, it was a great dig by Storm Lake St. Mary's there just to keep that ball up.
Sydney Hurd hits it over and in.
Great placement kill right there by Sydney Hurd to get that ball where the defense wasn't. You can see number 16, Nicole Maioli, looking back, just thinking that ball was going to go out, and it stayed in, snuck in.
The Panthers, on the serve, they get over, and as the Wolverines attempt to return it, it goes out of bounds. And Neely Bacon's now going to serve for the second time. Her serve goes up. Now the Wolverines, they need to get over. They do, but it's out.
One thing when it comes to kills is you definitely need a lot of eye-hand coordination to get that ball coming from high up in the air to your hand, and sometimes even put a little bit of spin on it. So it definitely requires a lot of focus. Great block there by Storm Lake St. Mary's.
And yet again, another double touch by the Wolverines. I believe that's their second or third one tonight. So some potentially good kills don't count because.
Good defense set up there for the tip by Storm Lake St. Mary's, and just couldn't quite finish that one off on the offensive side. They definitely have positioned themselves well to get anything and cover all sides of the court there.
I just on that last play, you had Sydney Hurd. She attempted to get it over and hit right into the net. Panthers set it up. Sydney Hurd hits it out. Sydney Hurd, she gets it over. Now the Wolverines, they get over. It's set up, but does not go to Hurd. And as number 9, Crystal Sennett, she hits it over. And the Wolverines just absolutely lose the ability to get back over.
A rare missed block there by Kirsten Montag, who actually leads the team in blocks. It's a rare miscue and a good spike there from Crystal.
Yep. On that last play, Montag, she kills it, but it goes out of bounds. And so once again, Natalie Green will be serving. As her serve goes over, the Wolverines hit it up into the ceiling, but they get it over anyways. And now Hurd, she tips it over.
In the net. Sydney Hurd had too much forward progress there and landed right in the net. Got the net call. Easy call there for the refs.
As the set will likely be coming to a close on the next few serves, as 24-14 in favor of the Wolverines. You know, gotta say the Panthers have just not looked in sync tonight, if you will.
Another miscue by our key player of the game for West Bend-Mallard, Kirsten Montag, and it's definitely the whole team has cost them a couple of points for mistakes, and just got to keep dialed in like they were towards the second half of the first set. And there's another mistake there right as I was talking about it.
Yes.
Something they definitely need to eliminate here, with Storm Lake St. Mary's looking a lot stronger during this set, and we'll see how the third set will shape out here after this one ends.
And that short serve by Sydney Hurd ends the set. And as there's an in-between set break, we'll take a break with them. I'm Christian Voss with Full Digital Solutions. We'll be right back after these commercials.
Did you know it's easier than ever to find the live stream for your team? Now at FullerDigital.net. No more searching. One place for all your live streams. FullerDigital.net. Home and away. If we're covering your team, the live stream videos are at FullerDigital.net. Just click on your school and you'll find the stream. Thank you for viewing the FDS live streams, and thank you for sharing it with your friends and family so they can find the games too. FullerDigital.net.
Sponsored by Buena Vista Regional Medical Center, a great medical center within Storm Lake, huge part of the community, and we thank them for sponsoring this broadcast and many other broadcasts throughout the season.
It's your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
And welcome back to Panther Volleyball. If you just joined us, we're now in the third set. And And to begin this third set, the Panthers try to set it up. Sydney Hurd, she does hit it over, but it does go far out. And now you're going to be having Haley Stalzer, a very common face, serving. And she hits it over. The Panthers don't touch it at all. It goes out. We're tied 1-1.
Haley Seltzer has been serving most of this game and kind of went on a run there for a while. It's a rare serving mistake there by her.
As the Wolverines hit up. Set. Sydney Hurd. She hits it over. It does hit the net. Causes number 5 on for the Wolverines, Chloe Massner, to fall, but it's a point nonetheless.
Nice set there by number 5 Avery Smith to go to number 16 Sydney Hurd. It was just kind of a lucky bounce off of the net. A little break there for the Panthers.
As Natalie Green just served there, she hits into the net. And now we're going to be having the Wolverines. That's number 4, Abigail Schmidt, serving. The Panthers. Sydney Hurd tries to hit over. It gets blocked and just falls right down.
Presence there by Kirsten Montag with the block. That's definitely one of her skills there, is staying up there and getting her hands up above the net.
Yes. Now Abigail Schmidt, once again, does serve it, and then Panthers get it over, and Wolverines, they get it over, but it does go out. Now Sydney Hurd will be serving.
Sydney Hurd, who's really used anywhere on this court, back, front, serving. She does it a little bit all around. 5-tool player like in baseball.
Yes. Well, Wolverines caught off guard. There. And now the Panthers, I believe that was number 9, Crystal Center, attempts to dig for the ball, just hits it far backwards. Brenda Gonzalez now serving for the Wolverines. And her serve is short. Any stats on Gonzalez serving?
Brenda Gonzalez has attempted 180 times, and she also has a serving percentage up in the 90s with only 5 aces, but with how good and clean West Bend-Mallard's been at serving the ball all year, it's very odd to see mistakes here when they're serving.
Yes. Crystal Center serving now for the Panthers. She has been one of the Panthers' most consistent servers so far. As Panthers, they get over here. They do. Wolverines set it up and kill. It's attempted one. And now after Panthers tried to get over, number 15, Neely Bacon, just hits it into the antenna and causes the play to fall dead.
A great fake there to set up the kill by number 2, Ailey Farrer. It's a great job because all the blockers went to number 7, Kirsten Montag, and just allowed her to set up a little lane to get that kill over.
Now number 10, Natalie Green, digs for it, hits it a little bit too hard, and falls on the other side. And now Wolverines serve once more. Wolverines set it up. Hit over. Panthers now going to try to set it up. That gets over. Wolverines set it up. Hit hard. Neely Bacon. So like I said, Neely Bacon, she did hit it over. I didn't think it was going to go over, but come out good.
Number 13, sister of number 7, Kirsten Montag, Addie Montag there with the kill. Nice job by her to get it between the block.
As the Wolverines, a little bit of a run here now, and Panthers did get over. Wolverines set up. It's hit over. Dig. And after the dig, the Panthers just not paying attention. It falls, and their coach calls a timeout. I'm Christian Voss with Full Digital Solutions. You're watching Panther Volleyball.
You may think shopping locally is more expensive, but have you ever compared prices? Oftentimes you can find just as competitive or better price points by shopping at a local store. Snooks Carpet and Furniture of Sioux Rapids has everyday competitive pricing. Shop local in the new year for all your flooring, home furnishing, furniture, and just-in modern bedroom sets from Malou.
The original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. On your way anyway. Visit us on Facebook or at snooks1.com.